They are coming. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. من قرأ الفاتحة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين فاطر السماوات والأرضين ثم الصلاة على رسوله الكريم جد الحسن والحسين مولانا ومولى الثقلين بالقاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الغر الميامين المحجلين واللعنة على أعدائهم أجمعين وغاصب حقوقهم ومنكر فضائلهم من ليلنا هذا إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد فقد قال الله تعالى في كتابه الحكيم وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا جاءك الذين يؤمنون بآيات الله فقل سلام عليكم. Recite salawat. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Yesterday we were discussing about etiquette of eating and etiquette of dining table, so we can get at most reward out of that. You know, some people they eat for living, right? Some people just they live for eating. The opposite, you know. If you are just living for eating, then you don't going to check what is halal and what is haram for you. But if you want to just survive and take support from your food, then you are always going to look into what Allah asks from you to do, right? If it's haram, you're going to leave. If it's halal, you're going to perform. It's very important. But now, what I was explaining yesterday, let me just give a summary and then go into a new subject, because our subject is very important. We have to discuss with detail. If you read out salawat, I have to go discuss with you, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Okay, recite loud salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So, when you eat for sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you see how you understand that thing. Very simple. When you are going to eat, right? You normally eat for pleasure. You eat for enjoyment. You eat for because something is delicious for you, give you good feeling. Right? And that's the only you can get out of food. But this is not reason to eat. Why? Because Allah created so many things for you. As long as you believe these are the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you eat as consider him a blesser, you're going to get reward. It's considered worship. So, and I told you yesterday, if you are doing these 4 things, Allah not going to count in your lifespan, aid that duration in your life, or stop your life clock. Either way, you can whatever you understand. But why Allah want to do that? Because you are eating for sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are not eating for just pleasure. You are eating to gain energy and utilize in way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because you need energy, you need the strength to worship. You need the strength to acquire knowledge. You need the strength to do your wajibat. So how are you going to gain strength? Because Allah put strength in food. So whenever you consume these type of things, Allah going to convert into energy. That is the behind it. So whenever you eat, keep in your mind, main reason of eating is to gain energy and serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the one reason. Okay. Now, how much reward you get? That is the one thing. Sometimes you see you are unable to count the reward. Unable to count. Because I have very limited time and I try to give something which is related to your life. You can improve your life day by day. Life. This is the drinking water. You drink every day water. But several times you mention that thing, but you keep forgetting because of not practicing it in daily basis. If you practice in daily basis, you're not going to forget. Because Prophet ﷺ and Imam ﷺ said, recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. What he said? He said, when you perform something for sake of Allah, you get reward. But this hadith is very unique. Listen and understand carefully, so you get benefit out of that. What they say? Okay. When you do some act, if you are not performing in niyat, that act going to be remain fruitless, means not beneficial for you. You're not going to get any reward out of that. So important thing is why you're doing these things. If you have target in your mind to achieve that goal, you know which avenue you have to reach the target. And that's the thing. Sawab not going to come into your deed book unless you make it true and right intention. So always think about what Allah wants from you. And that's the mean. So how much reward Allah can give? You drink water every day. Okay. You can keep like the knowledge in your possession only in two ways. Number one, what I was trying to mention, the hadith of Prophet and only two ways you can keep knowledge in your possession. Otherwise, you're going to lose the knowledge. You're not going to lose the knowledge. What two things you must do? Either you have to write it down, note down. So whenever you note down the things, you may look into it again and gain the knowledge. Other, put into practice. As long as you're practicing the things, you're going to remember them. As soon as you stop practicing, you're going to forget. So that's the reason reminding is necessary and beneficial for mu'mineen. Okay, when you drink the water, tell me honestly, how many times you remember thirst of Imam Hussain alayhi salam? This is the Mohurram especially. If you remember, you know how much reward you can get. Okay, number two. When you remember the thirst of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, whenever you drink water, are you drinking after saying Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? Are you considering the value drinking water in daytime? Better to stand up and drink in night time. Better to sit and drink. This is highly recommendable. And also drink in 3 sips. After every sip you have to say Alhamdulillah. And after you finish your drinking water, as soon as you say Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad and say Allahumma lan qatalatul Hussain wa awladihi wa sahabi. You know what reward you get? Before you leave the glass on the ground, Allah going to remove the sin from your deed. You see, this is not a small reward. This reward is very big. If you are able to remember. But what Shaitan calls, Shaitan always try to make you forget that thing. And we are forgetting. We are not remembering that. When we keep forgetting these things, we lose the advantage of that. So how we remember that thing? Either someone reminding us again and again, or we keep in our practice. Or there the stickers are. You can make and put where you normally drink the water. Normally on your fridge where you get the water from out of that, or some other places where they remind. Okay. The other thing. When you do so, there is another riwayat which is also giving the more detail about that. This act. Just drinking water, especially in the month of Mohurram, remember thirst of Imam Hussain. That's Imam asked from us to remember, because they ask, oh Imam Zainul Abidin, convey my salam to my believers, and also remind them whenever they drink cold water, they should remember my thirst. That was his recommendation for us. So we supposed to remember. But what Imam said? Allah going to give you reward. Inshallah, I'm going to mention tomorrow. So you have to keep in your mind. Right? If I get chance. If we are not doing something which is essential, how much sawab we lose. That is meant. But today I choose a new ayah. So let me discuss that ayah a little bit about you. And inshallah, we try to gain sawab out of that. If we read loud salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Which I choose a new subject for today because I try to give as much as knowledge while you're coming here. What Quran is asking. Okay. What Quran is saying? إِذَا جَاءَكَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِآيَاتِهِ فَقُلْ سَلَامٌ. Whenever the believers come to you, O Prophet, say salam to them. So what does the salam mean? Salam means, you see, in any language, remember carefully, okay, remember carefully. In any language, when you greet someone, their meanings are very limited. When you greet in Islam, meanings is unlimited. Why? Because Islam is the most complete religion. When we have most complete religion, all the deeds are highly rewardable. We don't have like limited reward in our deeds. Deeds is very highly rewarded because this suggested by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This comes from unlimited knowledge of our Prophet and Imam. So when we get something from unlimited knowledge of our Imam, we really appreciate and try to utilize, and we can get at most sawab out of that. So number one, let me say, when you say Salamun Alaikum to each other, what reward you get? Number one. Number two, you have to compare the salam greeting of Islam and other greeting together, and you can see how much difference is between Islam and other religions. Because when you practice religion in your life, you have to have true faith behind it, true knowledge behind it. If your knowledge is weak, your reward not going to be there, or you're not going to practice. You're not going to keep doing that thing and take advantage of that. So, if you read loud salawat, I will explain something to you. Recite loud Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Okay. So what is the meaning of Assalamu alaikum? Peace be upon you. Means you are praying for someone. You are praying for someone. But what is the praying mean? Okay. In other religions, they have also praying. They greet each other. When they greet, their meaning is very limited. How? Let me just explain only one thing because I have limited time. Otherwise, I can compare with other religion too. So you live in United States, mostly when you greet to your classmates, your fellow, your friends, they are non-Muslims, how you say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That means when you say good morning, that means only morning is good. You don't care about their afternoon and their evening. Your word is fine. You have no problem, That's the meaning. You see, you saying good morning means the morning must be good. I don't care about your afternoon. I don't care about your evening. Okay, that's good. Okay, if you said good afternoon, that means whatever your morning was, I have no problem with that. Whatever, your evening going to be fine. Right? So that means when you greet in other religion, is come out from our own knowledge. Our knowledge is limited, so effect and meaning is limited too. But salam came from where? From Quran. Allah says, Allah is asking the Prophet, O Prophet, whenever believers come to you, you say them, peace be upon you. Pray for them. Means someone come toward you and he believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you must pray for them. And this prayer is come from Quran. So answer is the meaning going to be unlimited. How? You see, peace be upon you. How long Allah going to be? Send this blessing for you. The peace on you. Means not in this world, not even only in the morning, not only in afternoon, not only in evening, not only for one day, not only for in this world. Once they say Salamun Alaikum, peace be upon you, means on this world and hereafter, unless you reach to the Jannah. Recite Salawat, please. Allahumma Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. So you should feel proud on Islam. Why? Because Islam is the only most complete religion. There is no comparison to other religion. Because you can see just greeting, you can compare the greeting. It's huge difference between their greeting and our greeting. If you go in India, Pakistan and other like the places where non-Muslims live and they greet to each other, they also show the humbleness. Only humbleness is there. No prayer even though. No prayer even though. In good morning, at least they have some prayer because come from Hazrat Isa. So they have little bit prayer, sense of prayer. But if we go India and Pakistan and especially the Hindu community, they greet each other, there is no prayer even though. They show only humbleness. Right? When they show the humbleness, humbleness is not prayer. But in Islam, greeting is prayer. So number one, this is the recommendation of Allah. Allah asks us to greet each other. So whenever you see each other, you always greet. But I really not feel good about your conversation. Why? Because when you talk to each other, you always use word hi, hello, right? You see in Urdu, hi means when we not pleased with someone. But I am not saying. That is like the meaning you say. If you have never been in India, go sometime and visit there. Whenever they are upset to someone, they say hi, hi. Besides Allah. That's the meaning they use. What can I say about it? This is the. But they say in Hindi, you say in English. That means that only the meaning means you try to grab their attention. They look into you, look at you, and you can start conversation. That is only sense you will get from this greeting, right? But no. If you greet to each other, you lose how much sawab? How much sawab you lose? Number one, you are not praying for each other, you are not fulfilling right of a believer. This is number one. Number two, because we are remembering Imam Hussain in this month. What Imam Hussain said about salam? He says salam has 70 sawab. How much? 70. 69 goes in the account who initiate the salam first. Who says salam first? How much he receive? 69. Even though saying salam is mustahab, it's not wajib. It's mustahab, right? But answering is wajib. When someone says salam, answering is wajib. When answering is wajib, whoever performing that wajib, how much he receive? Only one. 69 goes in the account of who are initiating the salam, saying salam first, one goes in the account who is answering salam. That means Imam and Prophet want to encourage us to say salam first. You receive benefit out of that. And I tell you, this was the practice of the Prophet. This is a very sweet and short story. One time, Prophet used to say salam to everyone, even to the children. Prophet used to say salam to the children. Right? Always when go visit the children, no one said salam to the Prophet first before Prophet says salam to them. This is the history. This is the unique thing. One time, one group of like Prophet's follower, Sahaba, they decide to say salam to the Prophet first. And they hide behind something. So when Prophet comes, they're going to jump out and say salam alaikum. And they get at most sawab and Prophet get less sawab. But you need nothing hidden from Prophet's eyes. So they were hiding themselves behind something. As soon as Prophet entered, Prophet knows they are hiding behind this thing. So before they come out, Prophet says, Salamu alaikum, who is hiding behind that curtain or the handbag bless. They say, we are hiding because Prophet, we want to say salam to you first. You see, no, you cannot say salam to me first. This is my benefit because whoever says salam, he gets more sawab. So this is, I try to propagate that thing. You have to say salam first. If you say salam first, that means you are following the Prophet in true manners because Prophet used to say salam first, even to the children. Even to the children. So this is our way of life to say salam every day as much as possible. So pray for others, others can pray for us. Answer is same. Alaikum salam means peace be upon you. So when you pray for someone, answer is only the prayer. So let me tell you the benefit of saying salam and how to say salam. You see the kids, they were preparing for Ameen. I asked them, when you go to the stage, how are you going to greet the people? They say, Assalamu alaikum. I said, this is not right reading. They say, we are ready. Normally say that thing. You say, no. Assalamu alaikum is good when you greet to each other. Only one person to one person. Because al in Arabic means di. It means only for one person. You are just targeting one person, saying salam to him. So when you say assalamu alaikum, whoever you looking at the time of saying this sentence, he is only obliged to answer your thing. Not everyone. Because you are specifying your salam. You are saying just for one person. So answer going to come from him. If other people are not answering, they are not responsible. If that person is not answering, he is doing haram, means unlawful thing. Because you are targeting someone. So if you are coming, if you are saying salam to your parents or one person, your friend, this is allowed to say assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum is wrong because alif lam and tanween never goes together. There's some people that have wrong practice, wrong Arabic sentence. But right Arabic sentence, assalamu alaikum. If you are targeting just one person, saying salam to one person, yes, always say assalamu alaikum. If you are waking up in the morning, your parents, only your father or mother is there, you say assalamu alaikum. Right. But if you are coming in gathering in masjid, there are many people are sitting, then sentence going to be changed. You have to say salamun alaikum in general. You are not specifying someone. We are saying in general. What are you going to say? Salamun alaikum. In this case, because you said in general, so whoever answer, if one person answer, then all other people are exempted. They don't need to answer. Right? If no one answer, everyone going to be punished. Recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Why? Because answering salam is wajib. And if everyone is not answering, so everyone is responsible. So what type of wajib is that? If you are coming in the classes, it's called wajib-e-kifai. If one person answer, others are exempted. No one answer, everyone going to be responsible and they must get punishment for that. So we have to understand that. It's very important, very important. Okay. How many times, tell me honestly, how many times you get opportunity to pray for each other? How many times you get opportunity to pray for each other? Especially in the morning. You wake up, it's highly recommended to visit your parents, right? If they are coming, waking you for school, right? You have to say salam to them. This is necessary, you know. If you are forgetting that opportunity, your whole day not going to be blessed for you because you are starting your day without dua. So you have to take advantage of that. Say salam to them and they are going to pray for them. What I said in the beginning, the prayer of your parents is as beneficial for you as the prayer of the Prophet for your ummah. So this wa alaikum salam is very big meaning. Number two, when you go to school, say salam to them. One more thing, when you're going out of your house, right? When you're taking first step out of house, I've seen many my friends, highly recommended. Remember, this is very useful for them. When you go out of your house, whom you have to say salam? Imam Zamana. You have to say immediately, or normally, one of my friends is reciting Majlis right here, he said, you have to say assalamu alaikum Abdullah. Say salam to Imam Hussain. And say salam to Imam Raza, assalamu alaikum Imam Raza. They say last, assalamu alaikum ya sahibi asfaz zaman. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Because as soon as you come out from your house, you recite these three salam. You say salam is mustahab, answer is wajib. So your imam going to answer you. When imam pray for you, you say peace be upon you, imam. Imam say peace be upon you. Right? As soon as imam said peace be upon you, that means this peace and blessings going to be showered upon you. You're not going to have any unfortunate things in your life on that day because imam prayed for you. Imam prayer never going to refuse. It's going to be fulfilled. So when imam prayer is fulfilled, that means you got protection for imam. You see, you are never allowed to sit in your car without insurance, right? This is criminal act. You're going to be in jail. So you know why? Because insurance only covered after damage. You're not going to cover before damage. You know, if you have accident, then they're going to cover. But this is the blessing of Islam. Before you leave your house, if you said salam, that means you got insurance for whole day by the prayer of your Imam Zamana. Recite out salat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. See, some of you may have heard before, right? Many scholars mention that thing in their Urdu Majalis. If you are paying attention, fine. If you're not, start practicing from today. Right? In the morning when you go to school tomorrow, as soon as you take out first step, say salam to your Imam. If you say salam to Imam Hussain, the Imam al-Raza, then Imam Hussain, then Imam Zamana is best. Right? Say salam, only one word. Only, not you necessarily decide the whole ziyarat that time. Or you miss your bus. But I'm asking you have to say salam only 3 sentences. Assalamu alaikum Aba Abdullah. Assalamu alaikum Imam al-Raza. Assalamu alaikum ya sahibe asre wa zaman. So simple. Can you say that word with me? How you say? Assalamu alaikum ya Aba Abdullah. Assalamu alaikum ya Imam al-Raza. Assalamu alaikum ya sahibe asre wa zaman. Right? If you say these words, that means you are protected whole day from so many type of unfortunate things. Accident, disease, problems, sickness, or maybe bed dates, right? Because Imam pray for you. So this is protection. Your brain works properly. You understand your lessons. Because Imam prayed for you. Imam prayer is so great, you don't understand what is hidden behind Imam's prayer. People really work hard to get their prayers. It's coming just for saying salam, paying attention to them. If you pay attention to them, they're going to pay attention to you. So this is the prayer. Okay. Other part of it. Where the salam? Why salam is important? Let me give you one very important clue to understand for especially. Okay. When you begin your salat, right? How many wajib parts you have in salat? 11, right? The first is the niyat, last is salam. You ever understand the translation of these salam? Why these 3 salam you have to say in the end of your salat? Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First. So whom you are sending salam? To Prophet. Ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are sending salam to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, that's so easy. Second salam. Assalamu alayna ala ibadillahi salihin. Whom you are sending salam to them? This salam is for 313 Imams, Naib. Imam Zamana 313 Naib, they're going to come with Imam Zamana, right? And many going to join after that, right? Nawab Khas. So we are saying salam to them. We are remembering Imam Zamana, not only saying salam to Imam Zamana. Also we are including all these people they are going to first joining Imam Zaman, right? Ala ibadillahi salihin. So ibadillah is salihin means these people. Then last whom we are saying salam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Means who are sitting with you and praying with you, you are saying salam to each other. So why we have to say salam to them? What was the reason? After every salat, you have to send salam for 3 people. Number 1, to our Prophet, to Imam Zamana, and there 313 followers. They are going to join in the beginning. And also we have to say salam to everyone who is sitting with you in the prayer. Means our prayers designed for Jamaat, not designed for individual prayer. We are only offering salat individually because we are not living in Islamic society. In Islamic society, if I get chance, I will discuss with you. We have very much like the great discussion about the importance of salat and salat jamaat and their traditions and so other things. So because if you pray at home without any reason, your prayer may not be acceptable. You have to have reason for that. Means there is no mosque, no jamaat, nothing. But if there is a jamaat, you have to join. There is no chance. If you are living in India, the Tajpur, Jamalpur, and they are calling azan, Maulana also is offering salat, or other side Takir is offering salat, and you are praying at home, is salat going to be refused. Why? because you have no reason to remain at home unless your doctor is saying getting up from bed is not permissible. And that is not a condition to recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Why? Because salat is designed for Jamaat. That's why Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are saying salam to everyone. So normally this is a very unique thing. If you listen, older people and enjoy, inshallah. When you say salam in your salat, you're going to enjoy that thing. Why we have to say salam to each other after every salat? Because in salat, what do you do? In salat, you elevate yourself. When you're going in sajda, you're doing the miraj, you're lifting up yourself, you're going up. I don't have time to explain all the actions of salat because this is not in our discussion this time, inshallah next time. You see, because if I told you before, remember something. When you go into ruku, you have to open your wings, right? When you do sajda, you're flying toward the sky, means going to the miraj. And when you're saying salam, you are coming back. So we come back from the journey, we always say salam to each other. That is the reason we saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are returning safe from the heavens because the salat is taking us toward the journey of heavens. That is the reason we are saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are saluting or sending salam to the Prophet, our Imam Zamana, and all the Mu'mineen. Then your salat is accepted. Otherwise no. So your salat is depend on salam. So this salam is there. Okay. But other salams are. And also we recite the ziyarat. Ziyarat is a whole other discussion. But you see, ziyarat is that important because every time we offer our salat, we are thankful to our imams. Our imam was not giving their sacrifice. They are not serving religion. We are unable to offer our salat correctly. So we offer our salat correctly, which is acceptable in the eyes of Allah due to hard effort of our imam. So we have to salute them, say salam to them, and remember them, and gain their dua in favor of us. So this is the benefit of saying salam. Let me just give you a few riwayat about salam. Inshallah, I have a whole big PowerPoint. I am unable to show you that. But inshallah, if we get chance sometime, I have almost the 40 to 60 slide long PowerPoint presentation just about the salam. Importance of salam and different riwayat about the salam, how you have to say salam to each other. But I'm just giving you glimpses, short discussion about it. Just very brief. Or listen loud and you shall understand. If you practice these small things are going to change your life. Going to change your life. So, till now what we discussed. Number one, when always you talk to each other, make your habit. When you talk to each other, always use the word Salamun Alaikum. Right? Okay, this is good thing. Right now, you are not using the whole word to say to each other, right? Before we were writing the your, Y-O-U-R like that, right? Now you write U and R, right? You understand that? Same thing you have for salam. What you write? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I say Assalamu alaikum. So if you say hello is longer, A say is shorter. So why not you use shorter and get more sawab? Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. That walaikum salam. They also have. So that works. Why? Because if you are understanding, you're not necessarily to write the whole thing. If someone is understanding that thing is good. Still you keep in your mind, he is praying for you and you are praying for them. That's good. So in place of using some other words, use salam. And that salam is going to count as a reminder for you. So when you meet each other, say salam. Okay, this is one thing. Let me just give you one thing last, inshallah. I don't want to go in detail, but you do the musafa. I told several times in my Eid prayer, but not in front of you, especially the girls and ladies. Besides loud salawat, I will give you another advantage of it's a loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. What is the Okay, what is the proper way of saying salam? When you meet each other, normally you have to shake hand, do the musafa, right? Shake hand. When after saying salam to each other, you shake hand. What Prophet said, if two believers, mu'mineen, they shake hand after salat, after saying salam, after visiting, whatever case is, right? And they have no enmity, no bad feeling in their heart for each other. This is condition, right? If you are in your heart and you're shaking hand, no benefit of it, right? You have to have a good feeling for your fellow believers, right? If you have some type of bad feeling, which is called kina, right, is extremely bad for person who keep that type of feeling in their heart, right? So you have to remove that bad feeling from your heart. Feel good about it, right? No jealousy, no ambiguity, no like the bad feeling. If you feel good and you really feel happy to visit your, like the fellow believers, but sawab you get. First 6 Imam said, if you are unable to come to us and visit us, visit our followers, visit our believers, I am going to give you same reward, whatever you are going to get from visiting me. So when you visit Imam, whatever reward you can get, Imam is guaranteeing you're going to get the same reward when you visit the fellow believers. So number one. Okay, when you visit, then visit respectfully. How you visit them? You shake hand. When you shake hand, what our Prophet said, when you're shaking hand with the believers, Allah going to remove sins from your deed book, like in the fall, all the leaves fall down from the tree. You see how the tree look like right now? No leaves on that. So if you shake hand, your deed book going to be remain without any sin. Allah going to clean your deed book by respecting other fellow believers. Now tell me, if we respect our fellow believers, shake hand with them, Allah reward of that much. If we visit shrine of our Imam, salute them, visit our Imam, sawab going to be unbelievable. We cannot count even sawab at the time, because that reward not going to be similar. It's much higher than whatever we are receiving from visiting our fellow believers. So we try to visit them with good feeling and respect them. Say salam them. Just if you are like visiting each other from long time, them shake hand and pray for each other. That is the reward. That is the Islam want a good foundation between believers. They like to live like one family, like and live each other and help each other. That is peace be upon you is not only one simple word, is whole like big theory behind it. So much thing you have to understand. If you grow, you praying for someone means if they are in trouble and you are able to resolve their problem, you have to take initiative. Try to help them. Recite loud salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Inshallah, I try to make it short, so you can go up, inshallah, join other things. So we have 2 more days to come here, inshallah, discuss 2 or 3 more good subjects, inshallah. I am going to discuss some really good things really related to your daily life. If you listen my lectures and understand and just take one point from my lecture and put in your life going to change. You really have great blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you just start it. So what we learned today is very simple. Salam is one of the Islamic etiquette. It came from Quran. Allah orders to the Prophet, you say, إِذَا جَاءَكَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ فَقُلْ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ. O Prophet, whenever people come to you, they believe in my sign, say salam to them. And that's the reason whole life Prophet was practicing that thing, saying salam to the believers. And believers must say salam to them. This is one thing. Okay. Number 2, why we have to recite salam and ziyarat after every namaz? I told you yesterday. Because Imam Hussain sent salam to us through Imam Zainul Abidin. Say, oh Zainul Abidin, whenever you visit and meet my followers, say salam to them. So when Imam sends salam to us, we have to return the answers, right? Get written. Say salam and send salam. And that is in every salat, after every salat, we are reciting ziyarat or visiting his shrine. But this is not the only thing. Let me give you something. Right now, there is a big discussion. And let me just give one point, logical point, inshallah, and come to the Masai part. We have a big dispute between two groups of the Muslims. One is Wahhabi school of thought, and one is non-Wahhabi school of thought. General Muslim, as Sunni and Shia are included with that. Wahhabi school of thought and non-Wahhabi school of thought. Because I include the non-Muslim, like the Wahhabis, also part of the one group. So listen carefully. What they believe? All the non-Wahhabi sect or Muslim group, they believe sending salam to the Prophet and other follower of the Prophet is highly recommended. Highly recommended. And you're supposed to visit their graves and send salam to them. Wahhabi school of thought is saying, no. There is no benefit of sending salam to the dead people because they are not going to answer your things and is not recommendable. Okay, now we have to find out. Discussion is so big, but I try to conclude because it's the last moment of our Majlis. So we have to find who is on right side, who is wrong. So answer is that. Number one, when you visit, even though if you grow up inshallah, some of you may like the seen that thing. If you visit Medina, go to the Medina, and you're visiting the shrine of the Prophet, you open your book and start reciting ziyarat, they're going to come and snatch the book from your hands. They're going to throw it, push you, insult you, and going to ask you, you are doing bidah, haram, you are not allowed to do that. When we are going there to salute our Prophet, who used to recite like doing salam for us or sending blessing for us or practicing the salam his whole life, if we are answering his salam by visiting his shrine, they are not allowing us because they are governing the country. So how we convince them, or at least convince ourselves to be keep in practice even they allow us or not. So remember, because their argument is, their logic is, because Prophet is died, so he is dead, he is not unable to answer your salam, so saying salam is not permissible. Our logic and our the reasoning is, no, Prophet is still alive. Our Imam Hussain, if you are sending salam to Imam Hussain, is highly recommendable. Why? Because we believe he is alive and able to answer. Okay, number one, answer is number one. Even this is the common thing. No, not only Shia. Other Muslims believe if you go and visit any graveyard in India and Pakistan, they have some dua is written on the door. You have to recite that dua. This is nothing else than salam. You say, Assalamu alayka, ya ahl shaykh. O people of a silent city, salam upon you. Means they live in the silent city, they have no noise, right? They are living in the place where there is no conversation among them, so there is no noise come out, so they are silent. So salam. So that is the practice of the Prophet. When Prophet is sending salam to the people, they are dead, they are not masoom, they are not shaheed, and if saying salam or sending salam for them is permissible, then why not sending salam for the Prophet is permissible? But now you say, because Prophet is dead. We have reason to believe Prophet is alive. How? You see, because Quran said one thing very clearly. What Quran said? Quran said, whoever died in the jihad or for sake of Allah is alive. Where said in the Quran very clearly. Not only one place, in many places, Quran mentioned one thing. La tahsabanna allazina qutilu fi sabilillahi amwatan bal ahya'un. Whoever died in the path of Allah, in the jihad, for sake of Allah, don't even think they are dead. La tahsabanna allazina, don't even think they are dead. They are alive. They are alive. Okay. So Prophet is martyr or not? Yes. Imam Hussain is martyr or not? Yes. If they are martyr, according to Quranic verses, he is alive, he is not dead. If he is not dead, then sending salam for living person is highly recommendable. If he is sending salam from far or near the here, is another matter. Now we say one very great proof. Remember, you hear azan so many times from all the mosques, they are same azan. There is no difference between Sunni and Shia azan except one or two sentences. And these sentences are not the point of discussion. One common sentence every Muslim say in their namaz, in their azan is Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Means I bear witness Prophet Muhammad is the Prophet of Islam. Right? So when we are saying I bear witness Muhammad is the Prophet of Islam, that means he is not saying he was the Prophet of Islam. They are saying he is the Prophet of Islam. When you say he is, means he is alive. Then he means you use the present tense, means he is alive. When he is alive, then why you are not allowing us to say salam to him? When you are believing whoever martyred in way of Allah is alive, then if Prophet is alive according to your own terminology, your own like the books, your own hadith, you are giving witness for their life, but you are not allowing us to say salam to them. Because if we say salam to them, that means we are using the same chain of guidance come from the Prophet Imam Ali and other things. Only permissible in Shia is you not only say salam to the Prophet, but be Fatma, Imam Ali and all other Imams, we are only practiced by the Shia to prove our all Imams are Shaheed and they are alive and they are listen our salam and answer our salam. Recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. There's someone saying sending salam to the Prophet is not permissible, sending salam for the Imam is not permissible. You say your logic is not acceptable because Quran consider them alive and they're alive. They hear our salam and answer our salam. Now, one more thing, a very important thing. Okay, this is a very detailed discussion. You see, even when you say salam, one is salam is separate, salawat is separate. Inshallah, if I get chance in these 2 days, I really like to discuss about the salawat and sawab of the salawat. This is really one of the very short things you know, and if you start practicing, you really change your life. Salawat is very important. So salam is something else, salawat is something else. Right? They have very close meanings, but they are two different things. So in one of the ayat, inshallah, if I get chance, maybe briefly I touch this subject too. If I get chance, if you send salam to the Prophet, Prophet is going to answer and pray for you. But if you send salawat to the Prophet, this completely changed the whole. How? If you send salawat or recite salawat on the Prophet, recite salawat now, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Okay, when you recite salawat together, you ever heard what is the benefit of that? I mentioned sometime maybe, but I don't have time to remind that thing, right? If you remember the hadith, I said when Prophet went to the Miraj, there was a angel. He has 1,000 hands. Each hand have 1,000 fingers. Each finger have 1,000 index, right? And he was counting something. He said, what do you count? He was a calculator like this. He says, what you are able to count? He said, I can count each and every drop fall on the earth. I can tell you how many drops fell on the ground, how many on the like the ocean, how many on the like the trees, how many on desert. I can count everything. Then Prophet asked, anything is difficult for you to count? You say, yes, one thing is very difficult for me to count. You say, what is that? When you are all your believers together send salawat for you, whatever sawab Allah give to them, I am unable to count their sawab. Now recite loud salawat please. Together. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Inshallah tomorrow I am going to give you more hadith if I get chance, inshallah. Discuss this salawat and salam together, and inshallah the etiquette of conversation, some other thing, good things inshallah I'm going to pick for you. So you take as a blessing in your life, you know. Okay, so what is the benefit of sending salam? If you send salawat on the Prophet one time, angel is going to send salawat on you 100 times. And also Allah going to send salawat upon you. He going to pray for you. Allah going to pray for you. That is thing. You see, things going to change immediately. When you send salam to the Prophet, only Prophet going to say, answer you. But when you send salawat to the Prophet, not only Prophet, but angels going to pray for you, Allah going to pray for you. So whole thing is going to be changed. So we try to take advantage as much as possible. That is the reason I said to you, if you remember, when you say recite the salam in the your namaz, in the end, you have to recite salawat before that. Right? So you can complete your salawat with the sawab of the angel's prayer and also the prayer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Means Allah pray for you. When Allah pray for you, there is no chance of any problem in your life. So inshallah, what was conclusion for our discussion today? I just gave you brief something, etiquette of drinking. Remember, drink the water as recommended in Islam. Listen, you have many hadiths. Put that hadith, how much sawab you gain, especially in month of Mohurram. Remember the thirst of Imam Hussain. Then I said, pick the one ayah about Islam. Allah said to the Prophet or Prophet, whenever the believers come to you who believe in my sign, say salam to them. So it is our duty to, when we ever visit each other, we have to say salam to each other and gain sawab. Especially you start your day with the saying salam to your parents. Then when you go out, you say salam to the Imam Hussain, Imam Raza, and at least Imam Zamana. If you remember to say salam all 40 Imam, I am reciting every day in the ziyarat, repeat ziyarat with me. If you remember that thing, this is great. You are able to say Assalamu alaikum and any Imam's name. So all 14 Masum, if you send salam to all 14 Masum, you are entitled to get 14 dua out of that. And that's going to change your life. Third thing I said, to whenever you greet each other, don't greet like you're greeting someone is non-Muslim. You have to greet like they are Muslim. So say salam to each other. But I said, when you send salam, whoever initiates the salam, say salam first, he gets maximum benefit. And I quote the hadith of Imam Hussain, if you are initiating the salam, salam have 70 sawab, 69 goes in the account of whoever initiating the salam, one goes only in the account who is answering the salam. So try to initiate the salam. When you meet each other, when you see one thing, let me give you one tip, very good one. All you have the cell phones, right? Most of you. In your home phone, they also have caller ID, right? So it's very clear, whenever someone is calling, before you pick their call, you know who is calling. Is Muslim or non-Muslim? So if he is Muslim, don't say hello, say salamun alaikum. Recite salat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Or if you say hello, then say wa alaikum salam or salamun alaikum. Why? Because if you practice that thing, these things are going to change your life. You need dua for your life. And these are the ways we can connect our du'as, inshallah. Let me just conclude it, inshallah. And tonight, you see, I am trying to give you a chance to go up the stair and recite the masahib related to that day, right? And I'm just connecting my Majalis to the masahib, they are related to my subject. But these are 3 or 4 nights are very special. I try to also connect with the masahib, they are related to these days. Even though all our masumeen, all our like the Shohada, they mercilessly killed in the same day of Ashura. But we are commemorating their Shahadat in different days. So tonight is allocated for the Imam Hassan alayhi salam's son, Qasim ibn Hassan. You know how old he was? He was just 13-year-old. Before the puberty. Many of you are sitting here in this age, 13-year-old. And he was orphan. Orphan means his father died 10 years ago before the Karbala. So he was orphan. He has no father. His father Imam Hussain was already martyred. He came to the Karbala with the Imam Hussain because the Qasim mother, Farwa also came to the Karbala. Day of Ashura, when everyone tried to sacrifice their life for sake of Islam, to save Imam Hussain, or save religion, they are going and getting permission. As long as Imam Hazrat Qasim tried to get permission, Imam Hussain always said, you are the symbol and memory of my brother. If I give you permission, then how I am going to see Imam Hussain? Because he said, whenever I like to see Imam Hussain, and I try to see you. And I feel I am looking at the Imam Hussain. So I am not going to give you permission. So he was waiting and waiting. Many Imams, family member even martyred, and they sacrificed their life. After Honor Muhammad, as they describe. After Honor Muhammad, Hazrat Qasim was feeling he may not get permission from Imam Hussain. So Imam Hazrat Qasim came to his mother Farwa, asked, "Oh my mother, do something. My uncle is not giving me permission to go and sacrifice my life." So Hazrat Qasim, what they remind, what they asked? They asked, "Oh Qasim, I remember when you were a small child and your father was poisoned. He tied a taweez on your hand. Here's it. And he told me whenever Qasim is in deep trouble, ask him to open and read, and he's going to find solution for his problem." And Qasim felt this is the most terrible situation for him. Everyone is getting permission and sacrificing his life. He is not getting permission. So he opened the taweez, the letter his father tied on his shoulder. When he opened the thing, what he found, this was a letter of Imam Hassan for the Imam Hussain. What was written in the letter? He said, "Oh my brother, I'm not going to be alive at the time of Karbala when you're going to sacrifice your life. So my son Qasim is going to represent me. So whenever he come to you and ask for permission, grant him permission to sacrifice his life on behalf of me." As soon as Qasim got this letter, he was very happy. He said, "This is the occasion he was looking for, to get permission from Imam." He came to the Imam and just gave the letter to the Imam Hussain. Imam Hussain first saw the tahrir, means writing of his brother. He's remembering everything, whatever happened to Imam Hassan alayhi salam. You know, when Imam Hassan martyred and Imam Hussain tried to bury the Imam Hassan alayhi salam next to the Prophet. You see, many Muslims, they came there, they start shooting arrow to the coffin of Imam Hussain, Imam Hassan, to stop Imam Hussain to bury his brother into the graveyard near the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Imam brought his body back and put all the arrow from his body, and he took his body to the Baqi and buried far from the Prophet's grave. So Imam remembering everything, Imam hold Hazrat Qasim in his arms, start crying for a long time. And they said, "Okay, I give you permission. Let me prepare for you for battlefield." So Imam just gave him the amama of the Imam Hassan. He put the bow on his shoulder because Imam Hazrat Qasim was so small. There was no armor was made for him. Imam cannot put a metal jacket, means called armor, on his body, so he can protect it from the spear, from arrows. So Imam Hazrat Qasim mount on the horse by the help of Imam Hussain. Imam Hussain did one thing, very sensitive, very emotional thing. Imam ripped his shirt from top. He's ripped. Why? Because that was the symbol of an orphan child. When an orphan goes to the battlefield, they go in the way, their shirt buttons are open. So Imam sent him in the form, so it symbolized the orphan is coming to the battlefield. Hazrat Qasim was thirsty and hungry from 3 days. When he went to the battlefield, you see, he started fighting with the strength he had. A 13-year-old child. He was fighting very bravely because he learned from Hazrat Abbas, Hazrat Ali Akbar. So he was fighting very bravely. Unless he lost his strength, all enemy attacking from all the sides. They are taking, Hazrat Qasim unable to handle the attack from all the sides. In the last moment, what Hazrat Qasim did, he just unable to handle the attack from all the sides. He was falling down from the horse, coming on the ground. You know, where he was coming on the ground, Hazrat Qasim was 13-year-old, normally this age. All the martyrs, before they getting on the ground, they calling for help and sending salam to Imam Hussain. Hazrat Qasim didn't call for help from Imam Hussain. He called his mother, "Oh my mother, come and help me." Because small child always, whenever they're in trouble, they call their mother and father to come and help. So Hazrat Qasim was calling her mother to come and help. Imam Hussain heard that voice. Imam rushed to the battlefield. While Imam is rushing, what the whole soldiers saw. They are surrounding the body of Imam Hazrat Qasim. They try to run away. Before they get away from the body of Hazrat Qasim, they start crossing the body of Hazrat Qasim while they were on the horse. So Hazrat Qasim's body was just trembling under the feet of the horse. But when they reached what they found, Hazrat Qasim body is completely crushed under the feet of the horse. Imam reached to the body, was crying, "Oh my Qasim, your uncle reached to you at the time when your body is crushed completely in the pieces." You know, there is a two riwayat. Remember, understand carefully. And just I'm going to end this masai, but it's a very sensitive moment. Why this one riwayat said, Imam asked Hazrat Fizza to give a piece of cloth so Imam can bring the pieces of the body of Hazrat Qasim to the tent and deliver to him a farwa. And one other riwayat which is more authentic, what they said, when Imam reached to the Hazrat Qasim body, he tried to lift how he can lift. When he was mounting the Hazrat Qasim on the horse, Hazrat Qasim was so small, he unable to mount on the horse by himself. He get on the horse by the help of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. But when Imam tried to bring the body of Hazrat Qasim, he tried to just hold the body. When he was holding the body of Hazrat Qasim, his length of his body was similar to the length of Imam Hussain. Why? Because of Pamali, because of the incident happened, Hazrat Qasim body was as long as the body of Imam Hussain. Imam tried to he put the body next to the tent of the Hazrat Qasim mother Farwa and calling, "Oh Farwa, come. Your Qasim is returning from battlefield. Come and meet your son." While he sacrificed his life for sake of Islam, he remind me the sacrifice of Imam Hussain, where he died in the Medina. سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون.